Imagine a game played by millions, a golden ticket promising freedom, but behind the smiling clown lay a $24 million web of absolute deceit. For 12 long years, not a single grand prize winner was accidental, as one shadow organization controlled every winning piece. Stealing hope from ordinary families, the FBI needed an army to crack a code that wasn't digital but deeply human, involving the mafia, innocent winners, and a mastermind beyond suspicion. What started as a marketing promotion became the biggest fraud in American history, turning a joyful hamburger franchise into an unsuspecting engine for organized crime. Innocent lives were ruined while insiders lived like kings, trading stolen stickers for illicit fortunes, leaving a trail of betrayal that reached the very top. But how did one man dismantle the integrity of a global corporation right under their noses, without anyone noticing the missing millions for over a decade? Meet Jerome Jacobson, a former police officer with a badge of honor, who became the head of security for Simon Marketing, the agency running the monopoly game. He was the man entrusted with the keys to the kingdom, overseeing the production and distribution of every high-value game piece printed for the global promotion. To the outside world, Jerry was a figure of absolute authority, a rigid protector of the rules, who took his job with deadly seriousness every single day. The security protocols were legendary, involving armored trucks, dual-key systems, and independent auditors who watched every single move the pieces made from the factory to transport. Jacobson personally escorted the winning tickets across the country, carrying them in a sealed vest that was supposedly tamper-proof and impossible for anyone to open unnoticed. He built a fortress of reputation around himself, convincing executives that their multi-million-dollar contest was safer than the gold stored in the United States Federal Reserves. But beneath the stoic exterior of a loyal lawman lay a simmering resentment, a feeling that his dedication was undervalued by the wealthy corporate suits he served. Access was power, and Jerry realized that while he guarded the treasure, he was the only person in the world who knew where the surveillance cameras failed. It began innocently enough, perhaps a small favor for a friend, a test to see if the impenetrable system had a flaw only he could quietly exploit. He discovered a bathroom inside the printing facility, a blind spot where the strict dual control requirements could be momentarily bypassed without raising any immediate or loud alarms. In that brief moment of calculated privacy, the trusted guardian transformed into a thief, slipping $1 million sticker into his pocket instead of the secure transport case. Nobody questioned Jerry because he was the system, the one who wrote the protocols, the one who audited the auditors, and the one everyone blindly trusted. He started building a network, not of criminals, but of regular people who needed money, creating a buffer between himself and the stolen prize money payouts. The perfect crime required a perfect cover, so he never cashed a ticket himself, remaining the invisible hand while others took the spotlight and the legal risk. Yet, even the most meticulous planner makes mistakes when greed takes over. And why did a golden sticker suddenly appear in a place it should never be? Jacobson needed a partner to expand his reach, so he met Gennaro Colombo, a charismatic man connected to the infamous Colombo crime family. In a smoky nightclub, a deal was struck that transformed a simple theft into a nationwide organized crime syndicate involving millions of dollars. The mechanism was dangerously simple. Jacobson provided the stolen winning pieces, and Colombo found the willing participants to claim the huge cash prizes. They created a compelling lie, telling potential winners that the tickets were simply part of a secret marketing strategy for specific geographic regions. Ordinary people were told they were helping McDonald's promote the game, making the fraud seem like a lucky business opportunity, not a serious crime. The condition was strict but lucrative. The winner would keep a portion of the prize money and kick the rest back to Uncle Jerry. Cash flowed in envelopes through a complex web, ensuring Jacobson remained invisible to the winners and the suspicious federal authorities watching closely. They targeted unsuspecting friends, distant relatives, and eventually, people who had absolutely no idea they were walking into a massive federal conspiracy trap. To claim the $1 million check, these recruited winners had to appear on television and lie to the entire world about their incredible luck. They rehearsed their reactions, screaming with joy for the cameras, while the true architects of the scam watched from the shadows, counting their cash. The operation grew rapidly, moving from Dodge Vipers to $1 million prizes. As greed blinded everyone to the immense risks they were taking every day, Jacobson became bolder, stealing more high-value pieces from the plant, slipping them into his pocket during those unmonitored bathroom breaks at work. The network expanded across state lines, creating a tangled family tree of winners that should have been statistically impossible for any random lottery game. Even the grim mobsters were charmed by the easy money, recruiting their wives and cousins to cash in on the golden ticket bonanza. McDonald's had a strict policy against transferring prizes, but the scammers forged documents and created fake identities to bypass every single corporate rule. The brilliance of the scam was that the winners believed they were doing nothing wrong. just participating in a manipulated corporate marketing stunt. But as the payouts reached $24 million, the web became too large to control, and loose ends started to fray dangerously. The FBI launched Operation Final Answer, a sting so elaborate it involved a fake production crew and real McDonald's executives. Agents posed as film directors, luring the latest winners to a luxury hotel to record their testimonials for a national commercial. The air was thick with tension as the unsuspecting targets bragged about their luck, while hidden cameras recorded every single lie. Meanwhile, the darker side of the operation collapsed when Gennaro Colombo, the mob link, died in a sudden, suspicious car accident. His death left a power vacuum, causing panic among the lower-level recruiters who suddenly realized they were playing a deadly game. Then came the takedown, simultaneous raids across 5 states, shattering the quiet lives of suburban families who thought they were safe. Doors were kicked down at dawn, dragging grandmothers and factory workers out of their beds in handcuffs before their terrified children. The lucky winners watched their assets freeze, their homes seized, and their reputations destroyed on the evening news for the world. McDonald's, the victim of the fraud, faced a PR nightmare, realizing their golden marketing tool was actually a criminal enterprise. But the true tragedy was the betrayal of trust. Honest players had spent millions buying fries, chasing a dream that never existed. Relationships crumbled as husbands turned on wives, realizing their spouse had dragged the entire family into a federal racketeering indictment. One winner, who desperately needed the money for medical bills, found himself facing prison time instead of the life-saving surgery he hoped for. The intricate web of lies unraveled into a chaotic mess of plea deals, tears, and the harsh reality of federal prison sentences. Jerome Jacobson, the man behind the curtain, watched his empire turn to ash, realizing his greed had poisoned countless innocent lives. The joy of the game was replaced by the cold steel of handcuffs, proving that the price of this ticket was freedom. Yet, amidst the wreckage of ruined lives and recovered cash, the prosecutors uncovered a detail that froze the entire courtroom cold. If the mafia controlled the biggest prizes, who was controlling the millions of smaller prizes that were never accounted for? The McDonald's scam wasn't just about burgers. It served as a terrifying blueprint for every modern system of centralized manipulation we face today. Today, the sticky paper tickets are gone, replaced by addictive digital loot boxes and crypto algorithms that promise fairness, but deliver program disappointment. Just like Jerry secretly held the winning pieces, faceless developers now hold the invisible keys to the unregulated digital casinos in our pockets. We trust the glowing screen like they trusted the sticker, believing probability is random, when it is actually mathematically designed to extract value. The McMillions fraud proved that any secure system with a human overseer is vulnerable to the oldest corrupting force known to man: greed. In the age of artificial intelligence and unseen algorithms, the question is no longer whether the game is rigged against the common player. The terrifying reality is that we no longer have a Federal Bureau of Investigation capable of auditing the complex code running our lives. We are playing games where the rules change in real time, controlled by invisible forces that view us only as data points to harvest. If a single man could compromise a physical vault, imagine what a syndicate can do to your digital wallet without leaving any fingerprints. Jerome Jacobson, the mastermind who systematically stole $24 million, was sentenced to a mere 37 months in a minimum security prison facility. Justice was blind, but fate was cruel, because his sentencing hearing occurred on September 10th, 2001, just before dawn. The very next morning, the towers fell, the world changed forever, and the biggest fraud in American history vanished into total obscurity. He's a free man today, living quietly among us, his debt to society paid, while the stolen millions remain largely unrecovered forever. McDonald's survived the scandal, the monopoly game returned to the masses, but the innocent belief in a fair chance was permanently shattered. The ultimate truth is not about the crime, but the terrifying realization that the house always wins, even when it is robbed. Next time you peel that sticker, remember that the only guaranteed winner is the one who printed the ticket, never you.